Today I will be making my July 2020 mid-month presidential prediction. My predictions are based purely on approval, pollings, and other data. So yeah, let's start with the safe states on the Democratic side. Illinois, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, Maine, Hawaii, and that is Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada. Polling shows that they are also safe states for this election, and I also believe that. So I will be putting these as safe states in all of my videos, unless something changes. Safe states on the Republican side include Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, Kentucky, West Virginia, and that's about it. A lot of these I have changed from last video into the likely column because there are a lot of polls where these are under 10%. Some of these are under 5% difference, and they were previously seen as a safe Republican state. So with a lot of these changing, you never know what's going to happen. Also, approval. I mean, even in Alaska, we just got their first polls for the year, and it's showing only a 3% up for Trump. So, I mean, I'm just in case I'm putting this as likely because you never know what's going to happen. Also, it has a negative approval number of him, so still. Also, keep a note, Alaska is a really hard state to poll. So, I mean, even in 2016, there was the exact percentages as there is now in the polling, but it did end up going to Trump by a safe margin by like over 15%, at least 15%. Montana, Utah, Kansas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Indiana are also all likely states because they're all polling under 15%, and I very well believe that these could be under 15% for Trump. Okay, that's exactly what it looks like is going to happen. Iowa, I'm going to put as a lean red instead of tilt red like I did last video. I mean, for good reasons. I mean, Biden's still not leading there. I mean, that's just ridiculous at this point that it's taken this long to get this close. I mean, I think Trump was leading by like 8% nationally. No, not nationally, on average in Iowa before the pandemic, and he's still leading there. So it looks like that's how it's going to go. Texas, I want to turn to a toss-up, but I do not like doing toss-ups on these channels. There's a new poll showing that Biden is up by 5% there, which is insane. It's a Republican stronghold. It's always been Republican for a very, very, very long time. It didn't even go blue for Bill Clinton in 1992 or 1996. But because of trending demographics, immigration, just people in general moving there, a lot of Democrats, and with coronavirus spiking there, and in Florida, but I'll get to that soon. I'm gonna keep Texas at a tilt red for now, but don't be surprised if next month I change it to like a tilt or lean blue, like that. I mean, that's already Biden almost winning with the safe states and just Texas alone. That's crazy. I mean, if Biden wins Texas, it's all over. They used to have a +1 approval of Trump. Now they have like a -3 or something. I don't know. I mean, if Texas goes blue, yeah, it's just done. But I will keep it as a tilt red for now because it's a Republican leading poll. Like, I don't really know. I guess bad portion of people, like, inconsistent. We'll never know unless it happens, and we'll just figure out that it's just how it is. Moving on to Minnesota. Virginia's safe. Last prediction video, I characterized Minnesota as a save blue. Because there was like a 15% plus blue. I don't think it's safe blue. Because before it was only a 5% difference. I think it could easily be a lean blue, but it doesn't. I think it'll be a likely blue by like 7% or so. Hillary won it by 1.5% back in 2016, and Biden should win it by like 4 times the amount because he's doing so much better, especially among old white voters. I don't exactly remember, but it's really close between Biden and Trump among white voters. Biden has 12% voters among Republicans, a full 12%. Trump has 1% red, 1% of the blue vote. That's it. I mean, it's still ridiculous that anything's going to Trump at that point, but a lot of them are Bernie supporters that don't accept this. It's exactly what they did back in 2016. They wanted Bernie to win. He didn't. People voted for Hillary Clinton in the primaries, and we're with Trump. That's probably a big factor of what came in. I'm changing North Carolina because I've never really felt comfortable keeping it as a lean blue. But I could very well see it tilting blue in the 2020 presidential election. It just looks like it'll do that. No, there's like reliable data for Biden, consistent like 5%, 8%. But then there's like 1%, somewhere Trump's winning. We don't know. Especially Trump was winning in North Carolina before the pandemic, and it would be very easy to see it going back to where it was. But right as of now, North Carolina is going to Biden. So, but I'd like to keep it as a toss. Anything I put as tilt in this video, keep in mind it could go completely either way. Same with the lean, but it looks like North Carolina's going blue. Same thing with Florida. There's polling since the last video. Is enough for me to keep it as likely. But again, I'm expecting Trump to make a rise back in the polls. But I don't know if it's enough now for him to flip Florida back in the polling to where he had it in 2016. Ohio is also now tilting blue, not by much, but it is. In my video, I'm gonna put it as a tilt red. Same with Georgia, because before the pandemic, Trump was leading there, and again, you can expect Trump to do better. Missouri almost went to Obama in 2008, and this guy, Biden, is part of the Obama era. That's not the only reason, it's just close polling. There was one where Biden was winning. I almost put it as tilt blue in my last video. Now I'm ready to keep it as a lean red. That is it for the Republican states this video. I'm changing Wisconsin from I believe, lean blue to a tilt blue along with Arizona. Because again, Trump is expected to do better than he is doing now. It's not that hard to believe. I'm expecting Michigan. Oh, also reliable polling in Wisconsin and Arizona, but usually not more than 5%. Pennsylvania, I believe, is a lean blue instead of a likely blue was last video. It went for Trump in 2016, but it's Biden's home state. He's leading there by 8%? He's leading there more than he is in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Arizona, Nevada, which went to Hillary. He's leading more there than, I mean, he was in Texas, but that's not hard to believe. Leading more in there than he is in Florida, North Carolina. More there than he is in New Hampshire, which also went to Hillary in 2016. It's been crazy for polling recently. There's no telling what will happen, but I think it's safe to assume that Pennsylvania will go blue. Nevada, I'll keep as lean blue, because, I mean, it's still close polling, but they haven't polled it since, like, the beginning of the pandemic. We don't know what Nevada's thinking at all. I think we should get more polls there. In New Hampshire, I'm keeping also as a lean blue for, I guess, good reasons. It hardly went to Hillary very, very narrowly in 2016, but it's leading there by 7% on 271.com, which puts most of the polls anyway, almost all of them, except for some weird ones. Like, they didn't put the one where Biden was leading Missouri in. I don't know why. But we can expect New Hampshire to go blue. But that was my video. Oh, what did I just change? Oh no, what did I just change? Oh, yeah. Arkansas, I'm also putting as a likely red, because the polling, it's the only reason, really. Louisiana, Idaho, Louisiana and Idaho, I'll put as likely red just because there's no polling there. We technically don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put Idaho as safe red, and Oregon as likely blue, because, I mean, it has been pretty close in not recent elections, but like 3 elections ago. But again, it's also, anything could happen. So I'm putting Oregon as likely Democratic just in case. I am putting new polling finally came out for Nebraska's 2nd district. If you didn't know, Nebraska and Maine have their districts separated. So every district will give 1 electoral vote, and their popular vote will give 2 electoral votes. I don't know if any other state is ever going to do this, but I think it's very interesting and way more fair than the regular electoral map. But it's showing 7% lead for Biden, so I'm going to put the 2nd district as a lean for Biden. That gives us 335 electoral votes. New Hampshire, it would... Oh, no, not New Hampshire. In Maine, I'm actually putting... even though Biden is leading in the 2nd district by 1%, it went to Trump by, like 8% or something in 2016, and it looks like it's going to do the same. So I'm going to put it as a tilt red for now, or maybe even a lean red. So this is my final prediction, but keep in mind, any of this could change. Like, we could see, I'll change all these to the color to let you... Oh, I changed to Illinois. Oh, wow. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, it'll just make you have a better idea of what the election's gonna look like so far. It's kind of ridiculous how much, actually. Like, based on polling... Oh, wow, okay. This is the best that could happen for Biden. And the best for Trump is him hardly winning. The best for Biden is the complete and utter landslide. There's not much to expect in this election. But if Biden keeps doing what he's doing, he could win like this. I don't think he will at all, but he could if he does the right things. This is exactly like Bill Clinton in 2016. Not 2016, 1996 and 1992, where he actually won this reliable red area. I think he even won Kentucky at one point. That's insane. But no, that's my mid-July prediction. I will do one at the beginning of next month and the mid of next month. I will also do presidential debate reviews. The first one is at the end of September and the others are in October. I will make a video when Biden makes a VP statement on who's going to be vice president. So, yeah, there's a lot coming up for this channel in the next few months, and I have plans for after. I'm making song remixes now. I'm going to start making tier list videos, Reddit videos even, maybe. There's a lot. Just stay tuned and subscribe. Yeah, bye.